morning, Joe here. I hope you're having a great Friday so far. What happens for me on Friday? I spend the first half of the day looking at the markets that I've been interested in, and I do some analysis around where the price growth is going and what's happening in terms of the sales numbers. I'm going to talk about 4 locations on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, and I'm going to start with Eumundi. If you've ever holidayed in Noosa, you'll be familiar with Eumundi. It's a really cool village vibe wrapped around a very famous market that takes place every Saturday. Now, Eumundi's been a great growth area for the last 3 years. We've seen growth of 43.3% in Eumundi. But in the last year, it's continued to grow at 11.6%, which is fantastic. Now, of that growth, those 2 growth numbers, what we are seeing is a slight decline in the number of properties coming onto the market. Now, I'd say there's a couple of reasons for that. Probably the growth has indicated activity in sales has been quite buoyant. People have bought, they've settled in, and they're there to stay for whatever the turnaround time is, typically 6 to 7 years. So that number in terms of the sales is off 8.1. That means prices are coming down a little bit. Recently I purchased a small acreage for a client and we did very well. We're still not unconditional on that purchase, but I estimate we probably bought that about 200K below what we would have paid a year ago. The other area I would like to look at for you today is Pomona. Now, Pomona is also west of Noosa, a lot less known location than Eumundi, but a growth area all the same. Pomona has a really beautiful village with great coffee shops, a couple of really cool little wine bars and restaurants. So if you're looking for a regional lifestyle, but you want to make sure you're making good decisions about your location, Pomona is one to look at. Pomona has grown 21.4% in the last 3 years and 7.6% in the last 12 months. However, this is an area that could provide opportunity on a longer hold. It has had a rollback in the number of sales coming on market by 16.7%. So if you live in Pomona, now wouldn't be necessarily a great time to be listing your property for sale. But if you're a prospector and you're looking to buy a property, my tip is have a look at Pomona, because with that rollback of 16.7%, there could be opportunity there for you to buy in and buy in at a good price. Pomona has a lot of Queenslander style properties, so lends itself beautifully to renovation. Now, I do know, I hear what you're saying, renovation costs at the moment are quite exy, and they are. And the guys that are doing well, and gals, in Pomona on renovations are those that are already in the trade. So buy, hold, renovate, buy something that's been renovated already at a slightly higher price, but ready to be just left and set and forget on that one. But I'm tipping in 5 to 8 years, Pomona will be a really strong little pocket. Cooroy is the next area. I love Cooroy. It's got a great village atmosphere. It's got markets, it's got hardwares, great schools. Weekends are great through tourist activity. Now, Cooroy has grown 28% in the last 3 years and continued to grow in the last 12 months at 5.6%. Again, we've seen a rollback of the number of sales coming onto market in Cooroy at 7.6%. It's a small amount, but my observations are any quality home coming on the market, and particularly those renovated, do very well at auction. So again, a sound opportunity with the rollback in the number of sales. Sales go up, price tends to follow. Sales go down, price tends to follow. And both Cooroy and Pomona and Eumundi are on a downward trend on the number of sales. Now, one that I think is a really good opportunity in a short term, and by short term I mean within 5 years, is Mountain Creek. Mountain Creek is situated 4 kilometres west of Mooloolaba. It has a house price median of just under $1 million, where Mooloolaba's house price median is sitting currently at 1.5. Price growth in Mountain Creek over the last 3 years has been 37.1%, but 15.9% in the last year. The interesting number here is that the number of sales coming on market, so these are people that have obviously been in the market for a while, can see that they've now increased their equity and they're putting on market. So we've had 18.3%